There's Kitty. You enjoying yourself in your condo? All right. You have a good day. All right, it's a Wednesday, November 5th, 2025, and welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. I'm Cole Spivey. There's Critter. On the back, it says, live, laugh, and smell good. If you don't believe me, look. Here, Critters. Live, laugh, and smell good. He's a refresher that goes on the rearview mirror. All right, resetting accumulated info. And got that done. Well, been listening to Watchhouse, which used to be Mandolin Orange. Listen to their stuff. Listen to, I think, 2 of their albums. So far, I think they started 2010, and they're still going. They have an album in 2025, which is now called Rituals. I'm going to get to that one though. I'm starting from the beginning and working my way to Rituals. Anything you want to say, Kitty? Critter? Nothing? It's kind of quiet. I guess that's about it. Yeah, I guess I worked on my novel. I don't know if it's a practice novel or a real novel, or if that really matters. It's just something I'm kind of putting together. And I got to play a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of putting together a song. It's based on a children's book kind of thing. But it's got 2 different arrangements that are really different in it. Listened to Aussie Elliott lately. I found out about them. All right. So this is a part of the vlog where you get to see me pick up stuff at restaurants and drop it off at your doorstep. I'm going to wait till I get to the Butterfly. There's a Pilates, I guess, arena. I don't know what they call it. Pilates class, I guess that's what they call it. Coming up here, and on the wall is a butterfly. And it's Pilates and Yoga, 817-360-8268. That's where the Pilates is. And then right next to it is the Butterfly. There used to be a kolache shop called Pearl Snap Kolaches right there, but they closed down or moved or something. They were kind of a TCU joint. All right, here we go. Oops, forgot something. Please subscribe, which I'll put right here. And then if you'd like to support the channel, which that happens, I'll put my PayPal right here. All right. Here we go. All right, got one at Snap Kitchen, 5:35 arrival, 7 minutes, 1.7 miles for the pickup. All right, Snap Kitchen on its way, 5:51. For arrival, 8 minutes, 1.7 mile for the drop-off. It's coffee time. Roll over Tom Thumb. AC Marriott. It's called the AC Marriott. Right, got one at Mellow Mushroom, 6:10 arrival, 12 minutes, 5 miles for the pickup. Dealing with a full moon tonight. I mean, they add extra light out here. All right. Do you think they need more light back here? Mellow Mushroom on its way, 6:38 arrival, 21 minutes, 11 miles. Alright, I'm listening to Such Jubilee, Watchhouse. I think originally it was a mandolin orange, but anyway, I don't know when they changed it to Watchhouse. But the next album after that one is Blind Faller, and that one has Wildfire on it. But I'm listening to this one for tonight. Going to Sugar Mountain. Sugar Mountain. It's actually a good song. It's a hobo song. Sugar Mountain. Look it up. It's a pretty good one. was thinking of the song Big Rock Candy. A lot of people do it. It's an old hobo song. It starts like this.
One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the track came a old
when he rode into the town.
That's another good one that just jumped up all of a sudden. Big Iron by Marty Robbins. That's a good sound. Listen to it.
He came riding from the south.
Yeah, switch back to this side of Jordan, Watchhouse. I'll try song number... I don't know if I got the Turtle Dove. I'll listen to it again. Oops, I just now remembered I was doing Such Jubilee. Alright, that's what I forgot. I was listening to that other one last night, which is the side of Jordan. This one's Such Jubilee. I'll try Little World. Here we go.
somewhere looking down. I'll miss the cold.
All right, got one at Panera Bread, 7:02 arrival, 1 minute, 0.5 mile for the pickup. Don't want to live out on the road, just be by your side. It was from the lyrics from Emily France. This song right here. From now on. It's a pretty good one. Emily sings it. All right, Panera. Whoops, parked in the wrong spot. All right, Panera Bread on its way. 7:16, 4 minutes, 0.9 miles for the delivery. I think I'm trying to go right. I was trying to park in that spot, which is pickup 3, but I thought I was in that spot. Oh well, I got out of that spot. Went to another wrong spot. Oh well, never mind. On my way. All right, got one at Whataburger, 7:21 arrival, 4 minutes, 0.6 miles for the pickup. Backside of Whataburger. Now we're on the side of Whataburger. This Whataburger's been here since the 90s. Whataburger itself has been around since 1950. All right, Whataburger on its way, 7:34 arrival, 3 minutes, 1 mile for the delivery. up at McDonald's, 7:40 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.7 mile for the pickup. All right, there's Dickies Arena. Everybody's played there pretty much from Kiss. I think Justin Timberlake was scheduled, but because of the incident, he had to take off. Yeah, Kiss did their final tour there. They didn't end there, but they went through there. I'm sure Gene Simmons loved it here in Fort Worth. He's a big cattle guy. He probably went from there to go right over there to purchase some cattle. But they're not around anymore. They broke up. Well, they didn't break up. They ended the tour. They'll probably get back together for a reunion. You know how they do. I'm just saying, everybody's played the Dickies Arenas. It's a big place for rock stars to come in and do the thing. All right, here we go. McDonald's, 7:54 arrival, 10 minutes, 2.6 miles for the delivery. Looks like Casa's got a full turnout for West Side Story. She's going on right now. When you're a jet all the way to your first cigarette, to your last dying day. When you're a jet, you're a family man. I'll do a little review right here. You can see where it says Manana right here. It's Casa. That's the dome. Yeah, they got a lot of people in there. America, 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 America. West Side Story. They're gonna be doing Rudolph here pretty soon. Oh, looks like we got a game going on. Yeah, someone got a touchdown. One thing about Andrew Marlin is his subtlety is powerful. And he does have a great voice, but he uses the subtle aspect, and he'll kind of end things on some of the end of the song, you know. He'll come to a point and then it kind of just trails off. And it's just very interesting to listen to, and it captures it. He does it on a lot of the songs. It's almost like he's talking, but he's not. You know, he's singing. This morning. Yes. All right, got one at Isham's Hibachi Grill. 7:58 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.4 mile for the pickup. Isham's Hibachi Grill on its way. 8:17 arrival, 14 minutes, 10 miles for the delivery. So one song that got my attention was this one. Watchhouse, Blue Ruin. It's got some dissonance in it. Surprise notes, as they say. Surprise melody. The melody kind of goes off in a direction that you wouldn't suspect, which is very rare in songs. That's the Demon. Rises on Halloween. sometime when they're starting to prepare for Thanksgiving. They take him down eventually. I think they just push him over. Yeah, they leave him up on the roof and they push him over. And he lays down for the rest of the year. Rises up for the end of October. Actually, the beginning of October. I don't know how he does it vocally. It's almost like a slide guitar in his voice. So it goes a little dissonant and then back onto the melody. Never heard it in a song before until Blue Ruin. So that makes Andrew Marlin a magician of music. Channel 11 tower. So yeah, it ends this album, which I believe is called Such Jubilee. Let me double check. Yeah, oh, I got it right. Of which there's no like. It ends with this song right here, Watchhouse, and it's kind of a low-key album compared to some of their others. To me, it seemed kind of quiet and full of a lot of emotion, but yet, subtle because of Andrew Marlin's delivery. It's a great little album. It could be one of my favorites so far, but if I'm listening to them in order, and I did listen to Blue Ruin like maybe 3 or 4 times, I might listen to that one again. It tells kind of a story. I don't want to analyze the story. Christmas has something to do with it, and then this violent thing that happens, he's very subtle about it, but that one's actually a pretty good song on this album, Blue Ruin, and I think it's right there in the middle of the album. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe the 8th song. So far that one really got my attention. They're all really good songs.
Christmas Day.
Thank the Lord because He is good. Psalms 136:1. All right, Panera Bread. 8:41 arrival, 1 minute, 0.5 mile for the pick. Panera Bread on its way, 8:56 arrival, 7 minutes, 2.2 miles for the delivery. And they already started with the Christmas lights. TVs on campus. Marriott Hall is kind of the center of the campus. It's a really cool house right there. All right, got a Panera Bread, 9:46 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.5 mile for the pickup. Panera Bread on its way, 9:58 arrival, 6 minutes, 3.6 miles for the delivery. Taco Bell, 10:15 arrival, 2 minutes, 400 feet, right beyond that Whataburger. I'll show you. The back side of the Taco Bell right there. Taco Bell and a Whataburger, right on Valentine. Bell on its way to George, 10:29, 7 minutes, 2.8 miles. George is the name of the complex. I switched over to the next album, the 2016 Blind Follower. Starts off with Hey Stranger. I was listening to the 2015 Such a Jubilee. The song that's the great one is The Wildfire. Wildfire. Going to the Clear Fork to get to the George. Yeah, it's a good one. Their song Wildfire is about a lot of things, about the South, racism and stuff. They're on the north side of the Dixon line, North Carolina. But it's very multicultural, you know, brings in some good subjects about those men that yelling and screaming for the South to rise. The myth of that. It's kind of what he mentions in Wildfire, which I think is an important subject because I've come around a few of those types in when I was a young man growing up. He wrote it when he was younger. It was a 2016 album. but it's the one that got a lot of attention. A lot of people do covers of it. All right, Blind Faller, 2016, Watchhouse. Once Mandolin Orange. There it is, the George. Wildfire. All right, got it. That thing where you get like a chip, and then you get like some Taco Bell sauce, and then you kind of like. What I try not to do on it though, if you're gonna do it, is I remember a long time ago seeing this lady eat these French fries in a Jack in a Box with ketchup, and she'd put the ketchup down, then she'd open the ketchup in and then press it and put little, like, you know, bits of ketchup on the French fry and then eat it. So I just like do the Taco Bell sauce and then the chip. Brings back the memory of Taco Bell, which I can't have right now because I'm on a diet. But their sauces are good. Got a big one at Insomnia Cookies. If you can't go to sleep, get yourself an Insomnia cookie and some warm milk. It could help. It's a possibility. All right, we're on our way. 10:48 arrival, 3 minutes, 1.3 mile for the pickup. One thing I noticed about this album, which is under Watchhouse, and the song Hey Stranger, I think it's the first time they changed the vocals. It's like kind of got an echo sense to it. There's like a different sound to the vocals when Emily's singing. What is that album called? I just turned it on. I should know this. Blind Faller. Yeah, I could be right about that. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I'm thinking they did something with the vocals for the first time. Looks like you got milk, chocolate milk, and 6 packs. All right, Insomnia Cookies on the way. Yum, yum. And get some chocolate milk, too. 11:10 arrival, 16 minutes, 11 miles for that delivery. Yeah, so I listened to Wildfire. Yeah, it's a powerful song. I always think of, like, exactly what is the wildfire, you know? You said the Civil War came and the Civil War went. I know there was a lot of fire during the Civil War. Sherman, who brought in the Anaconda, I don't want to get into a Civil War discussion, but he brought in the, I guess it was like a plan to squeeze off parts of the South, like a snake, like an anaconda, if you studied the Civil War. I studied a little bit of it in American history. But, yeah, the fire in this one seems to be probably maybe the hatred. It's spread, you know. It's still there. You know, we still see it. You know, it's from the beginning of time. There's always been cultures fighting. But you could hear that in the song. That's the thing I like about Watchhouse, also known as Mandolin Orange, is they're not afraid to speak their mind. You know, I guess if I asked Andrew Marlin something, you know, do you like the music? You like creating the music or the lyrics? You know, which one is something you look forward to? I bet he's going to say something about the lyrics. You know, because once the musician begins to speak, they become a voice for something. You know. But I appreciate that song. I remember hearing it, and I remember the first time I heard Mandolin Orange before they were Watchhouse, I was blown away. You know, they're a powerful band. It's not as subtle as some of the other songs, but I've only listened to Hate Stranger and Wildfire. I like both of them. I like how Emily and is it Andrew Marlin? I'll have to look up his name again. Sorry about that, but I like how they switch places. Sometimes, you know, one will lead the song, the other one backs up the vocals. They're really good about doing that, and not in a showy way either. And from what I know, they're a married couple. So they're a married couple where they really show that the music works. You know, it brings me back to Linda and I when we started on SoundCloud. I would like to say I worked pretty hard. But we did have a song called 10/20, 1977, which is about the death of Leonard Skinner. And it's kind of a song just about those moments, you know, of the plane going down. And them coming to realization, I guess, you know, that they weren't going to be around anymore. But I think there's some hint of that, too. Not like Wildfire, though. It's not as beautiful as that, I don't think. But there might be a beauty in it. I always thought it would have been our hit song, and it was a lot of fun to get it up on SoundCloud, and you know. But I think it's a song that deals with pride and stardom and things that probably Mandolin Orange and Watchhouse, you know, have dealt with. Things do spread like a wildfire, though. You know, it can be passion, it can be anger, hatred, it can be a change and something. I like the two lines. I like it. The fact that you use the line, "It could have been different, and it could have been easy." That means something, you know. If you ever study the Civil War and the South and the North, I don't know. That's a song that you could really think about and really pick apart. I like a lot of stuff Andrew creates. Still got their Halloween up. Could have been different. Could have been easy, Dragon. Could have been different. Could have been easy. Wildfire, sung by Watchhouse. I'm thinking that Andrew Marlin wrote it. Did it say at the bottom? Yep. Songwriter is Andrew Marlin. It's a really, really well-written song. Brave men fell with a battle cry. Tears filled the eyes of their loved ones and their brothers in arms. And so went for Joseph Warren. I'm gonna have to look something up with Joseph Warren, but he had rank in the military. And the war spread like wildfire. And It's a really good song. I was born a southern son in a small southern town where the rebels run wild. They beat their chests and they swear, we're gonna rise again. And it should have been different. It could have been easy. The day that old Warren died, hate should have gone with him. But here we were caught in a wildfire. Yeah, it's very easy to listen to. It's a good song. I looked it up, and it said that Joseph Warren is a historical figure. He used to represent the ideals of sacrifice in the American Revolution. So I guess he's not only talking about the Civil War, he's talking about Revolution too, American Revolution. This was a founding father. I believe he was a physician, and he was a key leader in Boston who enlisted Paul Revere for the famous Midnight Ride, as done by Joseph Warren. He was killed at the Battle of Bunker Hill after insisting on fighting as a private despite being commissioned as a major. He talks about rank in it too. Pretty smart, Andrew Marlin. The redcoats are coming. The redcoats. All right, got one at Zalat Pizza. There's Old South. Going to Zalat, 11:55, 6 minutes, 2 miles for the pickup. Could have been different. Could have been easy. Zalat Wildfire Pizza. They don't have one yet.
Big Rock Canyon Mountains, in the Big Rock Canyon Mountains, there's a land that's bare and bright.
I'm surprised to see they have a bottle blonde. They have a bottle blonde in Dallas by Deep Ellum. I remember picking up there all the time when I was doing rideshare. They finally got one here in Fort Worth. Crazy karaoke going on. Oh man. Zalat Pizza on the way. 12:17 arrival. 13 minutes, 6 miles for the delivery. I was a young man in the 90s, early 90s, I guess you could say. Fort Worth was nothing like this. I mean, it's kind of a party town now, but not like Dallas is, but you know what I mean. It was like there was really only one bar back here. I can't remember the name of it either. It was like it had a beach volleyball. My dad told me about it. He made a big deal on it, and he was like, "Yeah, you need to check this place out. It's got a beach volleyball. You know, it was like a little sand trap, and that was it. I think it had something to do with frogs or something. I don't remember the name of it. Some of my friends were there, and that was it. That was the only place that was back. Now that whole place is like bar after bar after bar, restaurant after restaurant. It's grown massively compared to the mid 90s. I lived right over here, right off University Drive and Darnell. We even did some Sam Shepard in that apartment. We did a Act 1, Scene 1 to True West. Me and my friend Rob, we acted it out. And, had a friend videotape it. Back there was a Blockbuster on the other side. Now, that was all the fun there was, other than Casa Manana, and you had to cough up the tickets for that. They're doing West Side Story right now. Even back then, they were kind of expensive. They brought in a lot of Broadway to the Casa. Casa's, I think, is it independent now, or I don't know. They probably bring in Broadway still. right, last one tonight, 12:30 arrival, 6 minutes, 3.1 mile or actually, let's start over. All right, 12:30 arrival, 6 minutes, 3.1 mile, last one for tonight. Always reminding. All right, got it. Mexico off Camp Bowie right here has these classic cars. I've had piled up here for quite a bit of time. There's Kitty. Kitty, this is not for you. This is 9 lives for the stray cats outside. I feed them 9 lives. You have 9 lives in a different way. You're gonna get the good stuff. Not that 9 lives is bad. All right. Make it a scoop. Just let them have it, Kitty. Self-control. That's what makes you a film cat. Step back. Very good. You know, that's their food. The outdoors cats deserve to eat as well. They're having this time. This one's probably going to go to Tabby, and this one will go to Amy. As in Amy the witch. And she always walks across my path. Every single time. All the time, Kitty. All the time. But I still am respectful to Amy the witch. Stay. Very good. Look how disciplined this cat is. Yes. That is a very disciplined film cat. Now, stay. Very good. You understand? This is going to the outdoor kitties. Okay, Tabby. It's for Amy. Here we go with today's kitty. There is one kitty, 9 lives. Each life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. And swirl the cat food. And pick a cat food. Today's kitty will be having Temptation Bites and Gravy. Seafood medley flavored with salmon. Flavors of shrimp. High quality protein. You'll jump for it. Go for the 1 scoop. And that's very good. I'm having a mixture of onions, squash, carrots, red bell pepper, beef, spinach, mushroom, portobello, couple of portobellos. I'm gonna cut up this apple, some black olives, and I'm gonna have a little snack on some guacamole. But first, what are we gonna mix it with? I'm gonna mix it with some shrimp flavor, and that's good for now. We're making tea right now. Then I'm going to put about 5 scoops of water in this. See, you're gonna eat right over this way. Sorry about that. Alright, so I got the white mushroom, the portobello, I got the bell pepper and squash, put some apple in there. And I'm gonna set this for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna get this ready. Put the ramen in there. The ramen has 370 calories with the vegetables, everything else, probably about 470 total. We'll add this in a minute. Sauce to it later. Add a few more spices. Remember, no ice in hell. First, I'm gonna try some of this guacamole. There we go. I'm not gonna eat a lot of it. I'm mostly gonna have my dinner, my ramen noodle. I thought I would split it a little bit. One chip, guacamole. Beef is in this one. Here's one of them right here. I'm gonna add some of this Chick-fil-A sauce. Probably some of that too. It's like a garden herb ranch. Guacamole. Guacamole in my mouth. See what's on. Activate these. Oh, there I am. All right. Let's see, economics, nightly news, Watchhouse, Running Red, pretty good song. Let's see, behind the scenes, American Graffiti, or Watchhouse, Random Land. I'll find something.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we get a chance to talk with Jamie.
3D.
There's the iguana and his aqua blue eye in front of the Fort Worth Zoo. All I want for Christmas is zoo.